The Port of Rotterdam is Europe's largest seaport. The port owes its leading position to its outstanding accessibility for seagoing vessels. In addition, the Port of Rotterdam creates direct and indirect employment for some 385,000 people in businesses throughout the Netherlands. A place where unlimited ambitions can become reality, and the objective of the Port of Rotterdam Authority is to enhance the port's competitive position as a logistics hub and world-class industrial complex. Not only in terms of size, but also with regard to quality, and the Port Authority is therefore leading the transition to sustainable energy, and it is committed to digitalization in order to make the port and the supply chain more efficient. The core tasks of the Port Authority are to develop, manage and exploit the port in a sustainable way and to deliver speedy and safe services for shipping. Most important for the Port of Rotterdam is the petrochemical industry and general cargo transshipment handlings. The harbor functions as an important transit point for transport of bulk and other goods between the European continent and other parts of the world. From Rotterdam, goods are transported by ship, river barge, train or road, and since 2000 the Betoerroute, a fast cargo railway from Rotterdam to Germany, has been under construction. The Dutch part of this railway opened in 2007 and large oil refineries are located west of the city. The rivers Meuse and Rhine also provide excellent access to the pan-European hinterland. Much of the container loading and stacking in the port is handled by autonomous robotic cranes and computer-controlled chariots. Europe Container Terminals, which operates two major container terminals at the port, pioneered the development of terminal automation. At the Delta Terminal, the chariots, or automated guided vehicles, are unmanned and each carries one container. The chariots navigate their own way around the terminal with the help of a magnetic grid built into the terminal tarmac. Once a container is loaded onto an AGV, it is identified by infrared eyes and delivered to its designated place within the terminal, and this terminal is also named the Ghost Terminal. The Port Authority at the Port of Rotterdam uses the Internet of Things, a cloud-based platform, to collect and process data from sensors around the port, and in May 2019, the port sent Container 42 out on a 2-year data collecting mission. The Port of Rotterdam and its surrounding area is susceptible to a storm surge from the North Sea. As part of the Delta Works plan, the Maaslandkering flood barrier was constructed from 1991 to 1997 to protect the area. This flood barrier consists of two huge doors that normally rest in a dry dock besides the Nieuwe Waterweg, and when a flood of 3 meters above NAP mean sea level is predicted, the barrier is activated. The dry dock is flooded, and the gates rotate around a pivot to float into position, like caissons, and sunk in place. When the water level recedes enough to open the gates, they are floated back into their docks, and another barrier, the Hartelkering, is situated in the Hartelcanal. Over the years the port was further developed seaward by building new docks and harbor basins, and Rotterdam's harbor territory has been enlarged by the construction of the Europort, Gate to Europe, complex along the mouth of the Nieuwe Waterweg. In the 1970s the port was extended into the sea at the south side of the mouth of the Nieuwe Waterweg by completion of the Maasvlakte, which was built in the North Sea near Hook of Holland. Realization of an IoT platform in the Port of Rotterdam, called their Smart Infrastructure Platform. The aim of this platform is to let all IoT cases related to smart infrastructure land on this platform to be able to be the smartest port in the world and have ships sailing autonomously in the port. By 2030, Pronto provides shipping companies, agents, terminals and other service providers with a shared platform that they can use to exchange information about their port calls based on a global standard. As soon as the estimated time of arrival is known, the vessel is assigned its own timeline in Pronto where all events during the port call are shown. The progress and status of the events are continuously updated on the dashboard, and users can monitor events and make adjustments where necessary. If they wish, users can receive notifications and warnings if there are status changes, delays or planning conflicts in real time. Furthermore, the Pronto interface allows the calculation of emissions and saving potential at port call level during and after arrival to the port. The Port of Rotterdam will create a digital twin of the port to track ship movements, infrastructure, weather, geographic and water data, and the digital replica will help the port to improve efficiency and overall operation. To determine whether a ship can enter, a range of information is needed, and if a ship registers, this data must be combined quickly. This varies from the depth and size of the ship, the depth of the fairway, and the weather conditions on the route to the physical characteristics of the berth. If it is clear when this spot is released, the next arrival can be scheduled. All this information must be 100% reliable and real-time available. A direct comparison with the port of Hamburg shows that, due to the division of Germany, the port soon lost the Elbe as its hinterland, and thus suffered a locational disadvantage. Around 320,000 people live in the Port of Rotterdam, which generates a proud 7% of the Dutch gross domestic product. Above all, oil is relevant for the Port of Rotterdam, which is also due to the pipelines with direct access to the Ruhr area and to Antwerp. In addition, the Port of Rotterdam is home to 4 large refineries, and various companies from the oil and chemical industries are responsible for processing. The same applies to the gas companies and companies that trade directly in oil. The Port of Rotterdam is managed by Havenbedrijf Rotterdam, or the Rotterdam Port Authority. We are talking about a company with 1,200 employees that has a turnover of 710 million euros. The public limited company is not listed on the stock exchange and is owned 70% by the municipality of Rotterdam and 30% by the Dutch state. The company is divided into various departments, including financial and information management, or even the port authority, health authorities, tourism, etc. One of the plus points of the Port of Rotterdam is its high innovative power since 2018. For example, hybrid ships have been increasingly used, resulting in significantly lower emissions during regular patrols. Furthermore, Rotterdam has a so-called innovation ecosystem and promotes companies in the port area that want to position themselves as pioneers, especially in ecological terms. In Rotterdam, digitization was pushed ahead decisively at an early stage, which is also demonstrated by the numerous port-forward solutions. The goal of CO2 neutrality was also issued and has since been pursued both in the area of infrastructure and energy generation. According to its own statements, Rotterdam wants to develop into a waste-to-value